and welcome back to the Back of a Length podcast. I am Renee here with Mark, as always.
Hello, how are you?
Hello, very good. How are you?
Good, very well, thanks very much. Very well. It is our final episode of the season,
Yes,
so a little bit sad.
I know.
But all good things come to an end until next season.
Yes.
It has been, I don't know about you, we were just talking about this before we started recording. I think it's been quite an indifferent summer.
I sadly have to agree. No, and I'm just hoping it's not because I'm just getting old. It's not just me, right?
Well, I'm older than you, so maybe we're just both getting old.
Old and grumpy.
And that's why we feel that way. We're going to start off with an apology from last week. We didn't record an episode last week due to logistical difficulties. We just thought that up on the fly.
Yeah, well, it was partly that, and it's funny you say on the fly because I was literally flying back from Christchurch when we usually record the episode. But also I thought we didn't record because we were sad about the result.
We were very disappointed with that result.
Yes.
So we spent 5-6 days in Christchurch in total. You flew back Tuesday night, couldn't record then. I flew back Wednesday night, couldn't record then. And then we were both busy Thursday. And then we thought, well, there's no point recording on Friday because today's Wednesday.
And I tell you what,
so
we're still kind of processing this game as well over the last few days. You know, it's Australia versus New Zealand. New Zealand's always going to be on the back foot. No Devon Conway, as we know. So we get there, but there were moments where we thought it might go our way, might be a bit more positive. Not to be.
It started off incredibly unpositive. I don't even know if that's a word, but I can't think of another one off the top of my head. New Zealand 162 all out, but that owed a lot to Henry and Southey, who got 29 and 26 respectively. And I think it actually kind of sums up the Australia series that after the first innings, Renee and I were sat there trying to do some maths to determine whether Matt Henry was the top run scorer for New Zealand in this series to that point.
And he was.
He was, yeah. I don't think he was far off. It was. It just kind of showed how disappointing the batting lineup was through the first test and into the second test. 162 all out. Australia then go on to make 256. Matt Henry, not just good with the bat, is he?
He's very good with the ball.
He's decent. He's a genuine all-rounder. Picked up 7 wickets.
Oh, so good. So good.
Such a good viewing spectacle. But again, a little bit of disappointment. They just struggled to wrap up the tail a little bit.
Yeah,
Mitchell Starc, 28. Pat Cummins, 23. Nathan Lyon went in as night watchman and he got 20 odd. So, what are effectively 9, 10 and 11 there for Australia. 8, 9 and 10 getting around about 70 or 80 runs on the board, which is disappointing. And then what we've been waiting for all series, the batsman came to the party for New Zealand.
Saving it to the last minute, eh?
Yeah, last innings they thought, you know what, last game of the summer, last hit out, tell you what, better go and score some runs to make sure we get selected next test.
Contract renewal's coming up.
Tom Latham,
that's what I do with my boss.
100%, yeah. You definitely put in a performance when you're last minute on the line. Your pay review's coming up, your position's under question. But everyone does it. Like Henry Nichols did it a few times, didn't he? He was like, you know what, but I'm just score runs this game. I'm gonna lose my place now. Knock out a quick 200. That's just sort of for next summer.
All right, so Tom Latham came to form, as you said, 73 there. Daryl Mitchell gets a half century. Brendan Revenge, so it's actually quite funny.
It is. Williamson with 50, Revenge with 82, Daryl Mitchell with 58. The only one who didn't secure his place in the team, and unfortunately we didn't lose anything, but we weren't able to make that contribution to the charity of choice. Will Young couldn't get his first Test century this summer.
We're rolling the pledge over to next year, guys. That's how it's going to be.
Excellent. If he gets selected.
Yeah, that's going to be even more. Selected. Is it going to happen? No, unfortunately, Will Young did not make his maiden Test century. Again, 3rd season in a row that I've been trying to call for this. But apart from Will Young, pretty decent second innings batting. And you're thinking, ooh, hold on.
In the game.
Am I thinking that I am feeling hope?
Yeah, there was definitely an element of hope, wasn't there? And it's the hope that kills you.
Yeah.
New Zealand set Australia 281 to win. And you're thinking, do you know what? It is only sort of the end of day 3. So it was the last session in day 3 that Australia goes into bat. And you're thinking, I don't know, maybe could get a couple of wickets before close. Or just get 4 wickets before close.
Matt Henry
and Ben Sears.
Ben Sears' debut international test wickets. Oh, you had to see me to believe me. I was just up and running around. So excited, so happy for Ben Sears.
It was the best atmosphere, I think, over the whole 4 days.
Yeah.
That final session when Australia we got Australia down to 34 for 4. And you're thinking, chasing 280, wow, we're definitely in with a shout here. And then start of day 4, Travis Head goes first or second ball, first. I think.
Quite early.
They did do a decent rebuilding job, him and Mitch Marsh. And then just frustration after frustration after frustration from there on in, unfortunately.
I've said,
An unbeaten 160-run partnership. Mr. Ben Sears, he gets Mitchell Marsh LBW. Very next ball gets Mitchell Stark out. First ball, golden duck, and you're thinking,
my hope is back.
Because at that stage, Australia, so they still needed 60 runs to win at that stage, and you're thinking, we're in here, we're into the tail. Pat Cummins is in. We just need to get Alex Carey out, and then we're into sort of Cummins, Lyon, and Hazelwood. Just couldn't do it.
Couldn't do it. No one could do it. They tried GP, they tried Henry, they tried everyone.
Yeah. Everybody gave it a go, and sadly, I think they even tried Ravindra at one stage. Unfortunately, just couldn't get the wicket. The best part of it was, and I apologise to any of our Australian listeners, Alex Carey didn't make a century. He was stranded on 98 not out, and that was the sole silver lining.
You talked about that all afternoon. Oh wow! So a series lead to Australia. Well, a series win to Australia. I should say. Yeah, series win. Yeah. Oh well, still a good trip. Thanks for Christchurch.
It was a great time. I love Christchurch. It's such a great place to visit, a great place to watch cricket. People there are awesome. Never had a bad time in Christchurch. New Zealand men's summer came to a close after the end of that game. And indifferent summer.
A few key highlights.
We'll quickly run through a recap. For those who have long memories, it started off with the Bangladesh Test Series in November, which was a drawn Test Series in Bangladesh. That was a drawn Test Series, which was not the worst result when you consider it is in Bangladesh, but also you'd kind of be hoping that New Zealand, if they do want to go for that World Test Championship final spot, would be able to get a better result there. And then BlackCaps won the ODI Series 2-1 and drew the T20 Series 1-1. That was on home soil.
Yes, one of those games getting rained out, unfortunately, across the summer break there. And then Pakistan came, which, that was quite fun.
Yep, came over for 5 T20s. T20s are always fun, aren't they? Pakistan are a good T20 team, so for New Zealand to win that series 4-1 was actually a really, really good result.
Yeah, that's pretty stoked.
It was our first BlackCaps experience of the summer because we went to the game at Eden Park. That was fun. Just an awesome experience. And they won that series 4-1. Moving on to then the first home test of the summer against South Africa D. They won that one pretty comfortably and then won the second one as well pretty comfortably. Don't really want to read too much into that. I know you can only beat what's put in front of you, but you're expected to win that, right?
Yes, you are. Yeah.
Sort of, good club cricketers in South Africa. You really should be beating them. And then the old enemy came over. It was disappointing, heartbreaking, filled with hope, but so little output from that hope. T20 series started off with an absolute bang in Wellington.
This is it. We're on. It's going to be a great series. Ugh.
Probably it was going to highlighted the summer for those people in Wellington was going to that game because it was incredible. They're just I don't really know where to go from there, to be honest, because it's all downhill.
Just to remind you, the two T20s came to Auckland. We lost both of them, one of them rain affected, and then the test match in Wellington, which the BlackCaps lost, and then as we just said, they lost in Christchurch. So end of series, summer over the end, let's move on.
Yep, very, very happy to do that because we like to talk about the positive, good times, not the bad times. So moving forward, the BlackCaps do go to Pakistan. Then half of the team will be in the IPL, New Zealand represent. And then we've got the T20 World Cup, which is in West Indies and America in June.
Looking forward to that. It'll be quite an interesting one going across those two countries. And New Zealand, well, they lost to Australia, but not playing too badly in their T20. So this could be our year.
It could be your year to finally win a trophy.
Keep an eye on this. Our socials will be following that World Cup as best we can. It should be decent timing here in New Zealand games, sort of early, mid-morning, really. So, yeah, we're there back of a length on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. We'll keep going across the winter break.
Absolutely. We're going to finish off as we usually finish off, but it's a slightly different 11 of the week this week. Of the season. It's an 11 of the season, actually, as opposed to a first 11 of the week. So we've decided that we're going to wrap up our 11 player highlights of the summer so far.
And because you don't want to, I have to go first, so therefore I have 6 picks and you have 5 picks because I drew the short straw. Well, not really, because I love talking about people. So
this is your segment. I just didn't want to take it away from you.
Okay, fine. I will kick it off. In at 1, opening the batting, Finn Allen, 137 of 62 balls down in Dunedin against Pakistan. What an absolute incredible innings. Back in form. He's going to do it over in the World Cup.
Yeah, definitely battered his way into form there, and he had a really good series actually against Pakistan as well as a whole. So really good to see him firing. And at number 2, I'm going to go with Ratchin's 200 against South Africa in the first test. He came off the back of an incredible World Cup, and it was awesome to see him back it up in the test match against South Africa.
Okay, and at 3, I'm going to go with Kane Williamson, back in form in South Africa with another 100 and backing it up with a 50 against Australia. Look, a lot of questions about him, but I think we can safely say he is still got it all.
Good at all. He definitely does good at all, especially if he gets back into bowling, because why not? I'm going to go with, where are you up to? Number 4, I'm going to put in Glenn Phillips.
Okay.
And I could choose many moments here, but the reason I've gone with him is I just think he had an awesome summer. He took about 4 absolutely spectacular catches, and he also got a 6 against Australia at the Basin. So, I'm putting him in for those reasons.
And next, don't hate me, I'm going to go with Will Young. 100 in the Super Smash right in front of me. I can't not. I saw him bring up 100 in the T20 when I was down at Pukakura Park. So it's my highlight. It's my Will Young highlight of the season.
Fair enough. It's about time he scored a century in some format. Maybe he
should
just give up Test cricket and go to T20s.
He can stay in the greens. The Staggy greens.
Absolutely. I'm going to go at number 6 with Troy Johnson's incredible catch for the Firebirds in the Super Smash.
That was good.
One of our earliest episodes of the season did talk about this. Feel free to go and check it out. It was episode number 3, I think.
Ooh, yes, that was a great moment. I'm going to go at 7. This is a terrible batting order because she should be way higher. Going to go Melly Kerr, number 1 women's batter, like most runs scored in Super Smash, most wickets taken in the Super Smash, killing it in the WPL, about to come back for the White Ferns. Absolute crazy good season from Melly Kerr. Yeah.
Crazily consistent as well. Like, she always has good seasons. She's just such an incredible player. So, props to her for having just another fantastic season. At number 10, I'm going to go with Ish Sodhi's catch against Pakistan, the caught and bowls, where it got absolutely drilled back at him. That features in episode 2 of our season. So I'm going to go with that one at number 10.
Okay, I'm pretty sure we're up to number 8, but that's great.
Are we? Oh well. Anyway. I missed one. Yeah, no, sorry, I missed one. Yep, sorry. So that makes number 8. Anyway, number 9.
Number 9 is going to be Matt Henry for his games against Australia. He took 2 fifers. And you know what? I think it's a pretty good indication if someone who is in a team that loses the series to 2-0 is still named player of the test match or test series.
Yeah. Yeah,
I like
gun
that,
with
Henry.
the bat, gun with the ball. Just an incredible series for him, and unfortunate that nobody else could match his consistency. Otherwise, we may have seen a couple of better results. In at number 10, not number 10, but actual 10, I'm going to go with Ben Sear's debut, test debut at Hagley Oval. I thought he bowled really, really well, and just really awesome to see him make his test debut.
Yeah, it really was.
For sure.
Absolutely loving Ben Sears. And at 11, I'm going to go with a very, very particular moment. The ball was bowled by Lockie Ferguson. So the place in the team will have to go to Lockie Ferguson. But he bowled the ball. It went to the boundary. Some guy picked it up, tried to throw it back, and instead hit my niece on the boundary at the Super Smash game of the Māori Guptill celebration. You can hear the recap of that in episode 1 of this season. That was my highlight of the whole season.
To add context to those who don't quite know how that happens, imagine you're trying to throw a ball straight back to the field of play, and you actually throw it at a 90-degree right angle to the baby that's sat on your right-hand shoulder, and almost hitting the baby. Like, it's just, it needs to be seen to be believed.
It's so funny.
It was ridiculous.
Even Lockie Ferguson was fielding down there, and he was like, what happened?
Can see why that guy spectates the cricket and doesn't play cricket.
Yes, it does. Absolute highlight of my season. Another good 10 moments there as well. So you know what? It hasn't all been doom and gloom this season. We've had some great moments.
Yeah, we have, and we look forward to seeing what the BlackCaps can do in those upcoming series, as we say, against Pakistan in the IPL, but probably most importantly, I guess, is the T20 World Cup. So do stay across our socials. Even though we won't be recording now until next summer, we will be active across Twitter, or Twitter X, or just Twitter, whatever you want to call it, at Back of a Length with a little underscore, and on Instagram as well at Back of a Length.
Yes, otherwise it has been an absolute pleasure talking to you guys this summer. We've made some great new friends, lots of action, met some people on the sidelines, so it's all just been very, very pleasant. And thank you, Mark, for being here with me.
Thank you for enjoying the summer with me as well, because we have had moments where it's been a little bit disappointing and we've had to G each other up.
Yeah. I'm sorry.
We've enjoyed the good moments as well.
I'm sorry that I keep yelling at Will Young next to you.
Yeah, well, next time Will Young makes the game, I'm probably going to just make myself busy. But that's okay. That's fine.
Okay, fine. All right, we'll go see how that goes next season. But for now, bye!
Have a great winter. Speak to you guys next year.